In the background, you see this very large windmill. A long time ago, back in the 60s, when I lived here in Haight-Ashbury, I used to live up in the top of this building. It's very interesting. You had wooden gears, the propellers were stuck, and there were a lot of rats that lived down in the bottom of it. But if you look at the structure itself, you see these windows down here at the bottom? There was two of them that were open. Now, there were a bunch of us guys that didn't have a lot of money or a lot of good sense. Well, we climbed up, and with two of my mountain climbing buddies, we put tongs in the foundation up to a rope that was suspended before we got up to the top. Now, living up there was very, very interesting. You see the world from a whole different perspective. Well, before they started doing the reconstruction, they did a fantastic job, believe me. It was a wreck. None of the gears were pumps worked that supplied from the aqueducts here in the park itself. But you go up there, a little window, see that window right there? You can look out over most of San Francisco. Get up on the tower here where the propeller is, that was shattered. Boom! Big old hole was in the ceiling. And we got the weed smoke up, a lot of grass. Played a lot of music up there. Until they decided to reconstruct it. They have done such a fantastic job. I look back and I see some of the most wonderful things that back then I missed them. Didn't realize just where I was or what I was doing most of the time. Thank you, Wilhelmina, for having your garden and your windmills. Those windmills are really... Originally, you go up there and see the wooden gears that were up there, they blow your mind. And all of them were basically handmade. They had to bring the construction crews to rebuild that. It's a beautiful building. It's a place to see in San Francisco.
Did the authorities ever show up to tell you had to leave there or anything like that?
Once upon, yeah, well, I got trapped by a motorcycle cop one day.
Oh, shit.
They thought I was selling something other than grass. He missed me. That, as a matter of fact, what you're looking at there is the porch. I think it was a curator's place. That was a wreck too. A lot of
I think originally that the curator for the windmill lived in that. I was wondering what that was. Yeah, I was hoping you might know. It didn't.
I believe it was. I'm not really too sure. I never met the guy, but I knew he was there.
He lived there, and that would have been before. Yeah, right, because it was a windmill before or whatever in function as an irrigation.
It did at one time. It provided all the pumps.
So you think that the guy who curated the windmill originally still lived in the house after the windmills went out of service?
I really don't know.
Huh, trippy.
Oh,
yeah.
To understand something, to do the lifestyle was at night. We hit the streets. The daytime, you couldn't find us because we were all hiding out somewhere else. But up at the top, there was a couple of guys that played guitars, a couple of guys with drums, and we made a lot of noise. Down at the beach, it's only about 400, 500 meters down to the beach. We used to hang out there, and the windmill is where we went to party.
Okay, interesting. So when you were living in there, though, you would just kind of stay in there after everyone was done partying, and then you just did living stuff, and then
it was a place to crash. You put your sleeping bag up there on the floor.
It looks huge.
If you had,
was it like empty inside, or were there walls, or was it the bricks?
They're all walls. The building itself is the same as when it was originally built.
So you see the stone on the inside like a castle or something?
Now this is the new tower. The old tower is further down the road. That's where most of us hang out.
Oh, you're saying the windmill on the north side
Right.
is the one? Oh, okay.
Right.
I'll get footage of that one. I think, yeah, it does look different. I saw it.
If you go inside,
Okay.
if you go inside, you might the pitons may be still in the wall. I don't know.
What was that you said? Pitons?
Pitons. They're climbing devices for mountain climbing.
Okay.
Drive a piton in, put a carabiner, string your rope, and climb.
It's like the nail that you nail into the rock to attach something to.
Yeah, if you look at the construction, it's made of brick, right? There's some of it is solid rock.
Oh yeah.
So when we went up there, but the 5 guys that hung out there, most of us were former service members.
I see. That makes sense.
I was trained as a paratrooper
Yeah.
and an infantry soldier. I learned these things the hard way by actually having to do them. So when I came to San Francisco...
Did you improvise the pitons or were they...
No. There was, Kipling's was the Army surplus.
What was it called?
Kipling's.
Kaplan.
It was on Market Street.
Interesting. Okay. I think I've seen the sign.
So about $50, I bought enough equipment that I could go up the wall.
Sick. That's intense. I was wondering about that actually. That's so you installed the things to get up from the outside up into the one-room window.
In this building you're looking at,
yeah, it doesn't.
The new one that has been totally reconstructed.
I mean,
there are no
the rock part is still the same. Is that,
yeah.
Okay, but the whole top and all the wood parts have been reconstructed?
There was a set of stairs that were leveled up. There was wood, rock.
Did you see the one in the video at the end? I think I go around to the back side of it. I actually took 2 videos of that. They were slightly different. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. But did you go around to at the end? Did you see the stairs from the back, or did it just do the side?
No, it's on the inside.
Oh, okay. You're saying stairs on the inside. Okay.
Once we got inside, we broke it was all barred up. Basically, what they were trying to do was condemn it, tear it down, it became an historical site. So in between all of this reconstruction of the tower that you're looking at here.
I read on one of those, there was there was people who wanted it torn down and put new stuff in, and other people who like to argue for its historic, because they were seeing it as like old equipment that wasn't needed. It's very.
It was in the way.
It's good that it's good that they friggin' realized it. It's pretty interesting,
Well, once they realized what they had.
Do you know? So I heard that one of them was built by the Dutch and one was built by the Irish, and that they were used for irrigation, but they were for some. I don't know how the one got built by the one builders or whatever, but is that what you heard as well? The other one is
the one that's, I believe they're reconstructing it now. I
didn't see anything active going on. Not like there's construction equipment over there. They built the soccer fields there, and there's lots of tractors parked over there. But I didn't see any scaffolding or anything out at either of the windmills.
Well, I call it the new windmill. This one has been reconstructed almost perfectly to what it was back in when they really first built it.
On that video, did you see? Did I go to a picture and look at the sign that